Dapes told me that I need to ask, actually, it relates to this year, about your first 24 hours in Russia, right after you signed the contract.
It wasn't right after I signed. My visa got delayed like a month and a half. It took forever to get my visa.
Yep.
So by the time I actually got there, I missed all of training camp, thank God. KHL training camps are, it's like torture. And then the team was on the road for like a 4-game road trip. And once you get there, you still need more like paperwork, and I had to go somewhere else. And so I wasn't ready. I wasn't eligible to play yet. So I fly in. First thing that happened, fly out of JFK. They told me, like, bring all your own equipment, like whatever you want, because it's tough to get stuff. Like people, like Yabo told me that, like whatever you want to use, like just bring it and turn in the receipts. So I buy my sticks for the whole year, like 41 pieces or whatever it is. And I show up and they just vanished.
Oh yeah. Someone's grabbing those at the airport.
Somebody like laughed when they saw him come through. So I show up and you guys can probably leave and come. This story takes a minute, but
that's okay.
The sticks are gone. Nobody speaks English. Like when you get to the Moscow airport, if you've never been to like Eastern Europe, like or Russia, like might as well be on Mars. Like you've entered a different world. And I don't know who's picking me up. Like every team has like a logistics type guy that's like, I don't know who's. I'm assuming someone's gonna recognize me. Like I'm sticking out like a sore. Like all my shit, my hockey stuff. I got all kinds. And so I'm leaving without my. I spent a half hour trying to like explain that I lost my sticks, and they're just like nobody's helping me. So I leave. So I walk out finally from the baggage claim. I'm like sweating. I haven't talked to my wife. Like she doesn't even know if I'm alive. This was right before like iMessage and like my phone didn't automatically work when I got there. You needed like a plan and like
you have your
SIM
top
card.
Prospects jacket on.
I'm wearing the varsity jacket and not the headphones that Horton. And I get like as soon as I get out of the door from like the baggage claim, this guys come like burly Russian dudes in leather jackets come like running up to me, like start grabbing all my shit. And I don't know if I'm getting kidnapped or rescued. Like I can't tell. And this kid's wearing, this young looking dude, Sasha, great kid. He's the owner's son, like the owner who liked the tough guys. And he like kind of comes up to me, he speaks a little bit of English. He's wearing like, you wouldn't mistake this kid for Brad Pitt. Like he's got like a mullet, Run DMC, like a Adidas jumpsuit. And like it's like a little pudgy, like maybe 5'6", and he's got like this whole crew, bodyguards, leather jackets, like guns. Like these guys have like guns holstered, and I'm like, oh, we're really doing this. So they all grab my shit. We go outside. I'm not carrying anything. Like everyone's getting carried for me. We get in a full motorcade, like 3 black SUVs, driving away from the airport, and I'm like
I'm with the right crew, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like whatever they found me. So we get in the car. He starts talking to me. He's like, my father just, he's like, it's like an hour and a half drive, whatever, back to the town is Chekhov. It's in the outskirts of Moscow. He's like, my father would like to meet you. The junior team's playing. He's like, we'll stop. He's like, we'll drop your equipment off. He's like, my father wants to meet you. We'll stop and say hi real quick at the arena. You get rid of your stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever. So we walk in through the locker room. I like throw my shit down. And I've heard like the owner of this team, rumors that he was like
mafia.
I don't want to call it what you want to call it.
I mean, he was there was always rumors that the owner of VTS was very connected.
Chances of this guy not having told someone else to kill someone is very low. Let's just put it that way.
I don't know.
Right?
That's a good way to put it.
I mean, hey, listen, he might be the 1%.
He's probably put a hit out on somebody somewhere.
I have no idea.
Maybe
but put it this way, people fear this guy. Whatever, like that was a real thing. I have no idea what was true and what's not. I get to the rink and the junior team's playing. There's 65 people in the stands, and then I see this like smoked out box, like black glass, like fully tinted, that you can't see inside. So Sasha brings me up. He's like, so we like walk through the bowels of the rink, up the back steps. I have to go through like 2 checkpoints to get like patted down to get to this guy. And I'm in my pajamas, like you guys were on fucking NHL Network, and I haven't talked to my wife, like hours now. We're still in there. I get patted down. I get there, and I'm expecting like scary looking dude. Like I don't know. Like I'm expecting a movie character, like fur jacket, like some guy to just grunt at me, and like. So I walk in, and his dad's in this room. He's like face up against the glass, like couldn't be more interested in what's happening in the junior team's game. And junior, it's like the junior VTAS, you know, like it's all like the same program from youth
VHL
all the way to
like
pro
that.
up. No, it was like, that's like the H. That's
Okay,
like,
it was even lower,
It was like
younger
junior,
kids.
like
Yep.
20 in it. And he's like pinned up against the glass, and I'm thinking like, who's this guy? He turns around wearing he's no bigger than his son. He's maybe 5'7", like skinny. If he's 150 pounds, that'd be a lot. Toronto Maple Leafs baseball hat on, pulled down over his eyes, and a XXL hoodie that says Thug Life on it. I'm not kidding. Like, I was like, no fucking way.
This is him?
Yeah. But like
Thug Life.
Yeah, like how? But it was actually scary because I'm like, this guy's got to be like a mean dude.
Sounds like Marner.
Because he doesn't look mean. You know what I mean? Like
sweatshirt on.
He doesn't. So they do like the kisses, like. You know what I mean? And he's like, and he doesn't speak any English, so his son has to translate every word he said. He's like, you know, small talk, how's your trip, all this stuff. And he's like, come, you know, he's watch the game. So it's the first period of the game when I get there, the junior game, and I'm so tired and like gross,
yeah,
clammy,
you just want to shower.
sweaty.
You don't
I
wanna
want to call my
offend this
wife.
guy,
I'm like,
'cause
do you
you're
guys have
dead.
a phone?
Yeah.
And I don't want to offend him though, so I'm just walking. I'm like, yep. So he's like, let's watch the game for a minute. And he's like, wait, you know, snaps his fingers. The girls come and start like lining up like pour drinks. Like, let's have a drink. I'm like, all right. So she brings out a bottle of Hennessy, the cognac.
This your last name?
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, I don't know if if this is like some kind of gesture, like he got, you know what I mean? Like he got this.
By the way, it's the last thing you want to be drinking at that point.
No, like
give me a
I don't
beer.
know.
Give me a beer.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. Yeah, like I don't. And he's so.
This is fucking crazy.
So we're watching the junior team play, and like obviously I don't give a fuck about the junior team's game. I just want to go to sleep. And he's like, so we do it, but I'm afraid to offend this guy. So I'm like, and they're very ritualistic about drinking. So what I came to learn was like with him, everything is done in threes. I don't know, call it superstition or whatever. So if you do one shot, you got to do 3. If you do 4, you got to do 6. And it's like, and then there's all these rules. Like after you do a shot, you got to look everybody in the eye and like touch like. It's like stressful drinking with these guys.
Jeez.
Like you got to.
There's rules.
I quit. Yeah. So we do shot of Hennessy. I'm like, haha, my name's Hennessy. You know, can I go to fucking the hotel, please?
Yeah,
and he's like, so he like won't let me leave. So like we do 3 shots. The second time, so now the junior teams, it's like a good game. All of a sudden, the second period, we do another shot. And they have this spread, the biggest spread you've ever seen, like all kinds of food, and they would chase the shot with like dark chocolate or like vegetables. Like they're always chasing it with something, like crazy spread to watch the juniors. Nobody's watching this game except him, and he's got like a luxury spread. Like he could have fed 50 people. He could have fed the whole rink with what was in front of him. And these
dropping down scraps.
Yeah, so we do a shot at one point, and he's like, you know, he finishes it, and he just turns around and fires the shot glass off the wall behind me, and it shatters. And I was like. I look at his son like, am I about to die? Like, did I do something? Did I not fucking look did I didn't do the handshake right or something with this drinking? And he fucking, so, and I'm like, he's pissed. So now I'm just like staring out at the game, like looking at the clock, like I'm afraid to move. So then we do another one, and he does the same thing, fires the shot glass off the fucking wall.
Yelling Russian or no?
He's not mad. He's just like,
okay.
He's just like,
dink.
And every time he does it, a girl comes out of the back with a broom and sweeps it up every single time. And he keeps doing this over and over. So
it just gets better and better. I love this place.
So now the game's in a shootout. It's 3 hours later, right? And I'm banging on I'm loaded now because I have to do a show. I'm banging on the glass, throwing shot glasses all over the place. So now this guy loves me. And I realized that he only drinks Hennessy. It's the only thing he drinks. Like it's his favorite thing in the world.
Oh, that's why
he
you
had
were signed,
bottles
dude.
and like coming. Yeah,
I
so,
guarantee this guy got a phone call and the name Hennessy came up. He's like, sure. give him half
yeah,
a
he's like, there's a hockey player somewhere in the world with the name Hennessy. Like, let's get him so we can sell a couple jerseys.
Yeah, and it's cognac, right?
Yeah, it's cognac, which it's not even. I mean, whatever. I don't like.
That is some.
It was vicious. So so now I'm completely loaded. My wife still doesn't know if I'm alive. Like my kids I still haven't. So finally the game ends and I'm like, all right, thank God, I'm gonna go to the hotel. We show up. The kid Sasha with his motorcade again, bodyguards. The whole crew leaves, takes me to the hotel. They're like shut down. Like the lights are all off. There's nobody in the lobby. Like he's like, maybe tonight it's more comfortable for you. You stay in my place. I'm like, all right, sure. Like if you got a bed, man, like I'll sleep in your car right now.
Yeah.
And takes me. So first he's like, we gotta get you a phone. Makes the mall stay open. the kiosk in the mall. The person had to like go back and open the mall back up and go to the kiosk so they could get me a cell phone so I could call my wife. So like we do that. Now it's got to be 4 a.m. at this point. So we go back to his place. So we pull up to this like Soviet Union era like kind of like dilapidated. Like this is like concrete looking apartment building, like 6-foot potholes in the parking lot. Like just it doesn't look like a real nice place. Like elevator to the top floor. Entire top floor has been blown out for his apartment, like the sun. So
it's all redone.
Yeah, they like evicted the people on the floor below them. So for his girlfriend's closet. I'm not kidding. So he like goes in. So Sasha's. We walk in. It's like, you hungry? I'm like, a little, to be honest with you. I'm shit-faced at this point. Now it's like kind of fun. I'm like kind of annoyed, but it's kind of funny. And he's like starts yelling, and his girlfriend wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she's like in her bra and underwear and comes out and starts like cooking for us. And he's like, you play PlayStation? I'm like, fucking yeah, sure. And so
let's do it.
So we go in the living room, and he pulls down. He hits a button. We sit on these like big, it's like red leather fucking couches and like beanbag chairs, like
Scarface style.
Yeah, like Tony, like exactly. Hits a button, full wall projection screen comes down. Like we're in these red leather. He's like pulls out the PlayStation controls, like gives me one. All he wants to do. So we start playing NHL. Now his poor girlfriend who was sleeping she's like in the kitchen, like she's got like a full bass that he happened to have in the fridge, just like cut in like a loaf of bread, like with the skin on it. And he's like giving it to us like it's sushi, and I'm like, "Got any Doritos?" God. And I go. So we're playing PlayStation. He doesn't want to play a game. He just wants to play. He just wants to do a shootout, heads up, like 1-on-1. He's like, "All right, pick whoever you want." I'm like, "All right, Datsuk." So I take Datsuk. So we play over and over, and he finds me in the game from like the year before. Like he called me up from fucking wherever I was. And he's like, so he's going as me, and he clearly plays all the time. And I don't play PlayStation that much, but I have Datsuk, and he has me, so I'm beating him.
Yeah.
And he's like getting kind of pissed, and now I'm loaded, and I'm like I'm whatever. And he's like, you're not very good in this game. I'm like, no shit.
Yeah. How brought me over here.
I'm like, how do you think I ended up fucking in your living room?
You had to call me up online,
right? Like, what are you? And then so I sleep at his house, and I wake up the next day like 3 PM, and I finally got a hold of my wife at some point. But that was pretty much my first day.
Chiclets memes is gonna have a tough one describing that one on Instagram.
That is funny.
I was gonna ask you what was like your first what the fuck moment in the KHL, but that was like a series of them, like back to back.
Yeah, I haven't even had. And by the way, like he was awesome. Like he was really taking care of me. It wasn't like a bad thing. It was I just landed on a different planet, and it was like by the end, like I'm shit. Like I didn't expect to be shit faced, like playing PlayStation at 4 AM before I like got to my hotel or wherever. You know what I mean?
You're like, I thought I might get to get a shower.
Yeah,
quick.
exactly.